In this video, I'll be exploring some of the settings that are available in ppac Power Platform Admin Center. Now, this is useful when you're building an agent in Microsoft Copilot Studio. Now, Microsoft Copilot Studio is an application basically which will allow you to author an agent. So you can configure the agent, you can customize the agent, and you can work on that. But at a high level, Power Platform Admin Center basically controls the environment on which the agent is built. So there are some settings which are currently available within the Power Platform Admin Center, which you all as a developer or a power user should know about it. So let's look into a couple of settings. Like there is a track agent creation. So you can track how the agent is created, when it was created, in which environment. You will be able to track the usage of the agent. You can track the health of the agent. You can see various recommendation and then improve upon them. And there are a couple of other things. You can even set a limit for an agent consumption. So if the agent is consuming a lot of messages, and if you have connected it to pay as you go service in Azure, quite possible you it may drain you out, right, in terms of money. So you may need to turn off the agent, or maybe you may need to set some limit for the agent, or maybe set limit for the environment on which that agent is built. So those all settings are currently available in Power Platform Admin Center. Some of the screenshot which you can see over here, if I go to Power Platform Admin Center, manage Copilot Studio under products, I will be able to see the entire agent inventory. Now these are some of the agents which I have created. You can see the agent name, owner, modified on, created on, environment, which environment region it is. So you can get all these details. Then we have another settings in Copilot. So we have an area called as Copilot. And here, if I click on Copilot Studio, I can basically review the security, monitor, and settings for my agents. I can see the usage, and remember, like, make sure that your environment is managed environment. So if your environment is a managed environment, you will be able to see lot of settings with regards to usage, with regards to performance, and then you can even take an action to improve the Copilot and agents. And plus, under Copilot settings, you will see other things, like you can control a lot of things like the code generation, knowledge sources, channel access, skills in agents, authentication, sharing, etc. Then you have an agent sharing, so you can even control the sharing at a tenant level. So here you have an option to let people grant editor permission when agents are shared. Viewers let people grant viewer permission when agents are shared. So you can control the editor and viewer uh, rights right from the tenant itself. So let's go ahead and look into the interface. So this is copilotstudio.microsoft.com. Now here I have just created a simple agent. Now this is an interface through which you can create an agent. So if you go to home, so you go to home, and then you will be able to see different type of agents that are available out of the box, or you can create custom agents. So this is where you can create an agent. Here you can see the list of agents. You can go ahead, click on create, and then you can create different agents. Now this is an interface for creating an agent, and these are the different agent interface where you publish all your agents, like M365 Copilot channel or maybe Microsoft Teams. But I'm going to take you to Power Platform Admin Center and then explore multiple areas through which we can explore. So first, uh, we'll go into manage. Now here under manage, you will see an option called as Copilot Studio. Now here you will see different set of listing. So here you will see all the agents that have been created in different environments. So these are the name of the agent, these are the name of the agent ID, then when it was created, when it was modified, when it was published. So even you can see so as you see, there are some agents which are not yet published, right? You can see the environment in which the agent is created, plus what kind of environment type it is, right? So these all information can be seen over here. So it's a quick way to find that agent ID. Also, if I just scroll down here, you will see all the environment ID. You can see environment region and whether it's a managed environment or not. Now in my case, all the environments are managed, and that's why I'm able to see all this agents. Now there are some agents which are available out of the box, like the D365 sales agent, quality evaluation agent, case processing agent, etc. So even that you can find, and that's why you see the owner as no one over here. And you can see the ownership of the agent in this owner column. Now here you can click on add and remove column. So if you want a very concise list, you just want to see agent ID, agent name, and agent owner, then you can just untick it, and then it will only show you that specific information. So I can see that there are 82 agents over here. I can even search for agents. So if I type in climate, I can see the climate agent. I can click on it. It will take you to the Copilot Studio interface, and then it will open that specific agent. Now that's about agent. Now let's go ahead and look into other options which are available. So if I navigate to Copilot over here, I have an option to see Copilot Studio. Now, if I go to Copilot Studio, here I can track the agent creation, usage, and the health, and also use the recommendation to improve upon them. So I will go through this option one by one. So security monitor and settings. So I'll keep it for the last. First, let's look into this part, usage. Now here you can see the build messages. Now there are prepaid messages used 53. So I know out of 25,000, 53 messages have been already consumed. I can see different active agents. The data is not yet populated. I can see agent session outcomes or the success rate. And then if I scroll down, I will be able to see data for active agents, which is coming soon. And also I can take in action to improve the copilot and agent. Now, if you see, manage agent access through sharing settings. So it is affecting 4 agents. It has given me a severity as high. I can go ahead, click on it, and then I can specify the environment. Now if you see why this is important, it says restricting access will help reduce the chance of bad actors accessing these agents. So I can select Girish Dev environment, click on manage sharing, and then I can control. Now what are you exactly controlling? You're telling that, okay, let owners and editors give other people in the environment editor and viewer permission. Now here if I untick this, let people grant editor permission when agents are shared. So if you're sharing an agent, you can restrict people to not give the editor right. Here, if you're sharing, you can restrict whether the people can grant viewer permission when agents are shared or not. Plus, you can share with individuals and not security groups. So even that is an option. And if you want to share an agent with a specific set of people, say you want to limit the number of viewers who can access the agent to 10, then you can go ahead and do that over here. So I'm not going to make any change. I'll just click on close. So these are the different settings which you can perform. If you go into review, so you can review the security of, this is your entire Power Platform security. If I go back, I can review the health. So I can review the health. So this is all at a Power Platform level. And then if I go to settings, I can set up and configure all my agents. Now these are some of the important settings which you guys need to be aware of. So sharing, how widely items can be shared. So I'll go to this option, and then here I can see different options like guest access, admin privileges, app access control. So any icon which you see over here this way, this is for managed environment setting. And if you want to utilize this particular feature set, you need to turn on managed environments for your Power Platform environment. Authentication for agents, it will, I think, take you to the Microsoft documentation. Client application access control. Again, here you have identity and access management. Again, it will take you to that same previous screen in terms of sharing, guest access, security group configuration, setting IP firewall, and tenant isolation. Then we have channel access for published agent. Again, it will take you to the Microsoft documentation about data loss prevention, because the DLP policies are governed at an environment level. So it is common for Power Apps, Power Automate, Copilot Studio. Skills in agent, it will again take you to the Microsoft Learn Doc. Knowledge source for agent. Again, it will take you to how to configure the policy for knowledge source for agent. And then we have code generation and execution in Copilot Studio. Now here you can enable the code generation and execution in Copilot Studio. So if I go to Girish Dev, click on add. Now you can enable the code generation and execution in Copilot Studio. Now, this is all about code management and execution in Copilot Studio. Now, if I go into one of the agents, so let me go into one of the agent and let me go to tools and add a tool. And this tool I'm gonna add is of type prompt. So I just want to show you guys the what I meant in terms of coding. So if you go into your prompt creation interface here, if you click on three dots, click on settings, you get all these different options. Now here we have something called as enable code interpreter. So when enable, your prompt will be able to do complex operations, generate content using code, and also write into the dataverse table. So you can turn this on and then you can leverage those code interpreter capabilities. So that's it, folks. This is all about Power Platform Admin Center settings for Microsoft Copilot Studio. So there's a whole bunch of information, configuration settings that are available. Don't miss out on that. It is all scattered across multiple areas depending on the categorization. So you will find something in the manage section, you will find something in the Copilot section, and you will find something in the settings section as well. So in Copilot, you have Copilot Studio section, and within Copilot you have settings section, whereby you will see all the Copilot Studio related settings nicely categorized. And there are other things, like if you go to manage, in manage you have tenant settings. Now here also there will be some sort of Copilot Studio settings. So if we just type in Copilot, you will see whole bunch of settings that are available. So you can publish Copilots with AI features, you can configure the authors for the pagey kind of a scenario, you can configure Copilot for Power Apps, uh, turn on the feedback and additional Copilot feedback. So these are some of the settings scattered around in Power Platform Admin Center. As a administrator, you should be aware of these kind of settings. Thanks for watching.